is your favorite in the superhero world kind of off meta, not the main line characters, group of characters that come together and make something fun, interesting? Let me know in the comments below. And welcome to Media Mondays, back to Movie Monday. We just had Marvel's probably best release in a while. Captain America came out, Brave New World, but I believe this is way better than Captain America. We got Thunderbolts with the asterisks beside it. And this movie is peak Marvel, my personal opinion. It's back to Marvel where it should be, what it should be doing, where we're going, and different things like that. And this story is really good. I am not going to give any spoilers in this. I don't do spoilers a lot of times, but overall, this is a really good, funny thing. I love that as I'm looking at this, this whole thing, this kind of describes kind of what's going on with the team in general, with Yelena just kind of be like, whatever. Bobby like, what's going on? Bob, love Bob. Bob's one of my favorite characters in the whole show. But the acting, the characters, everything about it. The message of the story, the realistic on it, I can tell you this. There's a lot of talk about depression and overcoming depression, having depression, all this stuff. And it's really, really good. And like what not to do and facing your past and facing issues and problems. And it's been really, really good with that stuff. Basically the overview is they're kind of get this group, ragtag group ends up coming together to kind of stop a senator, or not a senator, whatever, she's like CIA person or whatever, and figure all this stuff out, and she's trying to do her own thing, and they're trying to do their own thing to prevent it, and they're not sure if they're even going to work together, and sometimes like, oh, you're going to work together, you're going to save us, bickering back and forth, fighting back and forth. Honestly, Red Guardian, David Harbour's character, just like steals the show, and it had me cracking up almost the entire movie. Bucky is always Bucky. You've got the ex-Captain America. You've got Ghost. You have Taskmaster. And then Bob. Bob is great in the whole thing, too, because he's like... So... This is kind of a semi-spoiler, but you kind of do know this going into it. Bob is the character, or like he had a test done on him and is like a hero, has powers. I won't tell you everything about that, but he's like a 2-character Sentry Void. So that is a little spoiler there, so sorry about that if that is a spoiler, but figuring that out, but him not realizing he can do anything until partway through the movie, and then all this stuff going on, and the interaction between Yelena and the Red Guardian, and all of that stuff, and all these people like fighting and trying to kill each other multiple different times, and yelling at each other. It just gets really, really, really good and really, really funny. And then the way the story wraps up and sets up future stuff is also really good and being connected. It has one of the longest, has the longest end credit scene of any of the Marvel movies, and it sets up things in the future, which is really good. Definitely stay tuned to see it. The first after credit scene is just quite funny. It's just a really funny scene with Red Guardian in it. And then the last one is the one that you want to definitely stay and see because it connects some stuff that's coming out and coming up. And so this team, ragtag bunch, getting to see them work together, but also bicker and fight with each other and like try to help each other and everything. There's just some really good moments in it and some heartfelt story and some good stuff in it. I feel like we're back to like peak Marvel. Now granted, I think what I've seen of Marvel is their movies are up and down. So sometimes there's a good movie, there's a bad movie, there's a good movie and a bad movie, or a good show, bad show. And so we'll see. Hopefully, I think the next Marvel thing to come out is Fantastic Four, which I'm thoroughly excited for. I think that's going to be fantastic. Haha, see what I did there. But this is a very good back to normal, back to the Marvel, and like figuring out, okay, well, what's going on in the world and everything, and getting us back to figuring out what's in the Marvel universe. And like ever since all the fighting happened and everything, like in Thanos stuff, like most of the Avengers, are just kind of gone and whatever, so there's like not a lot of people out there, so what's gonna happen here, who you gonna call, kind of thing, and just some really good moments in the movie. I enjoyed it. I laughed through like the whole movie. There's lots of good funny moments. There's lots of good action moments, and like, oh my goodness, whoa, that's crazy. And a couple moments you kind of are shocked by, like, oh wow, what, that just happened. So definitely recommend. I would say out of 10, this is probably an 8.5. Out of 10 is up there. It's definitely not the bottom Marvel movies. It's definitely not the top, but it's probably right in that mid-range, and it's where it needs to be and does what it does, and I enjoyed it. Love to go back and see it again. Let me know in the comments below if you had a chance to watch this movie yet, what your thoughts on it are, and as always, we'll see you next time.